Hello, everybody. This is Harp back again. Want to talk to you. Black people. It's taking a long time, we see, for black people to listen up, but it's happening. It's happening, and it's very serious, and it's also disturbing, and it's also inspiring at the same time. We're black people here in the country, uh, under policy, not receiving policy, just under feudalism, just under it, under America, us, the descendant of slavery, the people who belong to the country. I mean, and we waking up in so many different sectors. I mean, it's not easy being black, from the United States, from America. In terms of descendant of slavery, I'm a descendant of slavery on both sides of my family, the people that I deal with, and most of us actually are mulatto people. That's why you see light skin and dark skin, and then you see brown, and I mean, we're just black people. And we now are just coming to a political awakening of who we really are, picking up where Dr. King and Malcolm X left off. I think that's pretty much what we're doing. And we arguing, some of us, because of the political mindset and the differences of what we understand. We're not all saying the same thing, but we have one agenda, and that's reparations. That's us being protected policy, which comes with a dollar amount. And for the white supremacists or anyone that's not a part of this group who may come across this discourse, I'm going to let you know we're not mad at individuals. Nobody's mad at you. We are angry, and rightfully angry, with the system of white supremacy in terms of government, what you are allowed to do, in terms of laws, how you're anchored, in terms of using me and my blood legacy as an apparatus of your wealth and protection. Because wealth is protection. It's not just money. It comes with a dollar amount and a lot of money to actually have and maintain wealth. So in terms of that being a fact and a principle of truth, we have to understand. And you don't have to understand, but you can listen up. No one's mad at individuals in terms of that being, that's actually small. But now here we are inside of a society that have not honored us way by Constitution politically. And that's a dire situation. That's a situation where we suffer. But the normalization of United States policy is, who cares if the slaves suffer? You are a slave. That's what the United States government has sanctioned years ago in slavery, where there was actually flesh trade and the selling and the owning of human flesh, which is my blood legacy to this country. Now, a lot of people will come in and say, oh, we were never slaves. Well, I've had people to tell me when I was little what they experienced. I lived it. I experienced some of the culture of slave culture. Chilling, eating, serpent bread, understanding, different things that they did. I know people who actually were sharecroppers in my family, born and raised in Mississippi, living a double life in the city of in the state of Michigan. We understand. I understand. I am the epitome of America. We understand what the black America truly is. However, a lot of us drop the ball and try to be somebody else or allow somebody else to be us. But you cannot do that in terms of who we really are. We are too unique. We're too harmed for someone to just be us. Anybody who try to be us, they are doing that to benefit on the things that we are connected to, which is political capital, because we're actually natives to the country. They are using things that we're connected to that we were never allowed to use. So they're using our political capital and shoehorning, crowbarring their way inside our politics and our born institutions that was for slavery and the blood sacrifice of my people and myself. And they are saying that they are this and that and using that in whistleblower terms like black and brown. There's no black and brown coalition. You see, to connect to the power that belongs to the American Negro that we never used. Well, see, we never got a chance to use it because Dr. King was assassinated when he started talking about economics, and Malcolm X, when they start being allies and really coming to a force of reckoning among black people. We created the society, Ike Turner, rock and roll, even up until now with the cell phone, a black lady and a black man, and the GPS, a black lady. You got the hair products that came from Madam C.J. Walker. She probably would be turning over in her grave if she knew everywhere we look, Asians are running hair supplies. Asian people don't need hair supplies for their hair. They don't have that kind of hair. But they able to get our supplies, take the capital because of white supremacy allowing this, because they're considered basically white people, and selling it back to us. So we're trapped in feudalism and still paying taxes and working for these people without knowing it because they own businesses. They are in business camaraderie of our blood sacrifice and lineage to our society. They have a country, but they're in business over us just like we're slaves. We don't even have the conversation. We've been locked out the room. They deal in business as though they're grown people and we're children. They're buying into the apartment complexes and not just condominium, brownstones, Asians buying into that and actually selling it to white folks. So they're not just taking over us. I mean, the East Indian is buying into Kroger, Family Dollar, own all the hotels. We're trapped, and we're dealing with capitalism. It's like being trapped in feudalism. But we experiencing this, and we got a Democrat Party that are black people that have made a little money who feel like they can go with the agenda. But you cannot do that. It is dangerous now. This is war. You can't afford to do that. And black people starting to see that. Why do you think Ice Cube came out the way he did? There's going to be some more. Why do you think Bill Cosby suffered the way he did in terms of what a white man has done and in the public face have not been, dealt with in a real way? Why you think that? It's hard to get convictions for somebody killing a black kid in the street. Ahmaud, what's his name? Ahmaud, the black kid that got killed in Atlanta. That's it, they have it, Ahmaud Arbery. They just treat him like a dog or rat. But then you got the judge talking about a white boy supposed to be let go for coming intentionally with a gun, Kyle Rittenhouse, and start shooting people in the street over a Black Lives Matter or any kind of black empowerment protest or situation of progress. So anyway, this is the country. This is government failure in terms of black people, way by Constitution. So we got a president, you got a president in office right now passing out executive orders that black people overwhelmingly put there. I didn't, because I'm not idiot. I'm politically astute. No offense to y'all, because y'all waking up now. And I know it's some people out there that I talk to who voted for Joe Biden, but we tried to tell you guys not to do that, because I'm black first. You doggone right. And I am ADOS. Yes, I am. And I am the NBA. I am. So we try to tell y'all, leave that man alone. The lesser evil was Trump, even though he's racist. But being pro-American, you cannot leave out the American Negro, because we are America. We are the culture of America. So people say, what are your culture? The black man culture. The black man culture is America. Everybody who's coming here to experience America, you are experiencing the idea and the engineering of black people, the slave descendant. You understand? You cannot change that. That is historical. That is history. These are principles of truth. First and foremost, America is the black man's building, his hardship, everything that comes, every idea. But other people benefit as they own he or she as a slave or a descendant of slavery. In terms of locking us out of capital, as normalizing it. So they have normalized, and we have normalized being locked out of something that makes you safe, and being locked out of wealth, which is safety. That's safety. It's not about, oh, well, we're gonna have this and that. Yeah, you will have this and that, but mainly it's safety in terms of where you at. You are in the United States, where it takes wealth to be safe. In terms of the United States culture, in terms of racism and how it exists here. Racism was created in the United States off my back, my family back. You see, people are ignorant. You guys are not educated well enough. And some of you who think you're smart, you're not. And I'm not talking to just black people. I'm talking to white folks and all these groups who coming over here with a lot of mouth because you got a good job. Joy Reid, sit down and take off those wigs and be who you are. Stop hiding behind the American Negro and trying to infiltrate our talking points and infiltrate our movements on CNBC, NBC. Joy Reid, Roland Martin, running around chasing media presence, pivoting for relevance, trying to get a good job. You did what you wanted to do, sir. Roland Martin, you came here to be a journalist. You got it good. Now stop using my dang on people. Because our lives are not a game or a joke. You gonna tell the woke black community we were some fools and cuss us out and call us MFs, and then got my people like my mother and them age group running behind you? No, we gonna wake them up. Yeah, you still running around. But we got our ears, we done put ears to the street. You see, we the soil. We the grassroots. We are controlling the narrative. Because you can't run from the truth. A lie can go around all year long, but when the truth put on his pants, that's the only thing gonna exist. And we the truth. Period. And you gotta, we gave everybody the opportunity to get on board, change what you're doing, understand that this is a real agenda, understand reparations is the heartbeat of our agenda, and that it's gonna take a lot to unpack, and our talking points are gonna be very diligent and very sophisticated. And we are prestigious in terms of this. This is not a game. And the only thing that's gonna happen, we got plenty of time. We ain't doing nothing else. We ain't gonna constantly suffer. What, suffer? Working for people? With our high-paying jobs, while they get more, they can raise the floor and raise the dollar amount, raising the real estate, and you think now $20 an hour don't get you by? Oh yeah, it'll get you a little something, that's okay. But what we're saying in terms of what we're supposed to have, everyone else besides us is experiencing. We don't know that life. Because we're being treated with basically incompetence. Our politicians are incompetence. I don't care if you Jim Clyburn driving up to the White House in a Infinity. You don't impress me. When you have a lot of stupidity, Jim Clyburn is basically a slave. He's a house Negro. You up there talking about you want to talk about reparations, and you up there talking about you the CBC, and you around here let other people come in the Congressional Black Caucus without a voice, You're not practicing the first nature of law, which is self-preservation. You're an idiot if you're not a slave. One of the two. And you are incompetent. And you should not be there serving me or serving anyone in government, because you're really not there serving me, honestly. You're actually treasonous. You're a treason and communist. You standing up for a $450,000 check for people who come into this country with fake ID, talking about they want a better life. And you got black folks who built this country running from the police, getting shot down in the street for nothing. They're just scared because they black. Because somebody said, oh, this the new going thing now. We gon' demonize and we gon' basically write black people off as thugs, and he had a gun. That's soft genocide right there. They don't have no policy. They not a political astute. They can't fight. Barack Obama gave DACA to illegal immigrants because he's not the American Negro. He don't share our blood legacy. He thought he can do better doing that than to lean toward Michelle's blood legacy. She gonna go where the bag is, I guess. But this is more than a bag. This is also connected to health and spiritual and wealth and power and might and reality of something. This is bigger than what you guys are imagining, and we understand that. So you think you got a president that in office that fool and trick black people like taking candy from a baby? We understand that most of our people are political neophytes. You don't understand politics for various reasons. We understand. We're unpacking a whole lot, but it's dangerous and it's a dire situation, and it's something that needs to be immediately corrected. It has to be. You understand me? So that's what we doing. We doing the work, and we waking the community by giving them this work, talking to our people. I'm talking to all these young men who think they thugs and ain't nothing but street pebbles, who think they real gangsters and don't know where the gangsters really at. Because I know who the gangsters are. Every community got gangs. Look at them Italians. They own Bank of America. White people. Joe Biden is a gang member up in the White House, and he done created a situation for black people to be in demise all through his political career in the House of Representatives, paying $11 million, doing the war on drugs to punish black people. But you call the white drug addicts a health crisis. Your son, he on drugs. But anyway, I want to talk about what he's actually doing and how he's doing it to your face. So he's causing all these problems, giving everybody what you're supposed to have to your face. This is an act of war. An act of war. Telling people you're going to have more than black people. Ammunition so black people can be starved out also. And go, you see, poverty, being locked in poverty is adjacent to crime. The science points to what you're going to do. They know what's going on, and the country needs a floor, and they're going to use the descendants of slaves as the country battery and the floor as we suffer. They might not want us here no more. Let the poor Latinos and immigrants come here so they can now be the minority and the new world and the future. On my blood sacrifice, on my political sacrifice, and let me starve out and die. I'll be damned without my voice being raised. You're going to cut black politics off at the knees. And you think we're going to still vote for you? Black folks, wake up. Y'all did yourself a real disservice by putting that man, Joe Biden, in office. He is a Hitler. You thought it was Trump. Yeah, Trump a racist. What's racist got to do, or being a racist? Joe Biden is a politician racist. He understands how to cop you out, how to plan. He understands how to plan your demise. He wants to kill you. He understands this. He understands. He and black people, y'all put him there, you frying chicken and fish, Jim Clyburn is a overseer. He's telling you he got the whip. When during slavery, he got the whip, and you hold up on the tree, and Jim Clyburn is whacking you on your back, telling you to do what master say, so he won't have to whoop you no more. He done got to the place where he like whooping you now. That's his job. So he can leave with a good dinner and go back to his slave cabin that's so beautiful, and it's a house and a car. This man don't have no real legacy. He's not a hero. They done made all of us contagion to wealth. This is a very serious matter. So black folks, wake up. Reparation is our main source in terms of this. We are looking to be corrected with our policy, and we looking to be a group of people that begins the process of correcting. So to the United States government and anybody who partake and want to hear what we are saying is cut the check. Cut the check.